For anyone who hasn't seen it, The Perfect Neighbor came out in 2025 and tells a real story using police body cam footage. A middle-aged white woman moves into a neighborhood full of kids, and I mean hella kids. Apparently, she hates it. She starts calling the police, saying the kids are trespassing.
Marion County Public Safety, this is Madison. Is this call an emergency?
The kids are playing between the two houses. They don't even live here, you know.
Over and over again, she calls.
It's the first time's civil. It doesn't become criminal until they're warned.
All right, and he's just trespassing right now.
Can I talk to you for a second? When are you done?
He's trespassing right now. He's trespassing.
And what stands out is she's the only one complaining. Nobody else in the neighborhood seems to have an issue. None of her neighbors or anybody but her.
She's also the only one that ever calls.
The kid began banging on Susan's door, asking her to come outside and talk, at which point Susan pulled out a handgun and shot Ajika right in the chest.
911 was the address of the emergency.
Oh my God, this lady just tried to break down my door. I shot through the door. Oh my God.
You said someone tried to break down your door, is that correct?
Yes, the woman was screaming and yelling and she was trying to break down my door and I didn't know what to do. I grabbed my gun and I shot at the door.
Alright, well, I got some bad news to tell you. Mom is not coming back anymore. Come. No, come here. Come over here.
Fully on that, F this Karen. It brought me thinking about my uncle. When I was younger, my uncle had ongoing problems with a man. There was history, tension, back and forth. Right there on the, right there on the lawn, my uncle shot him several times. She told them to leave. She told her to leave. And that thought stopped me cold. Not because I thought it's right, but because I recognized it. I heard that logic before. I had used it before. And that's when I had to ask myself, do I think this way because of what I've lived through, but based on identity? Once people choose a side, they defend it no matter what. Versus the oppressed. Law enforcement versus civilians. And nowadays it just seems like it's split down the middle, 50-50. And most people don't stay neutral. They pick a side and that's it. And where does that lead? Endless arguing. Their side with passion while ignoring their own contradictions. They stop seeing the other side as human, because once you dehumanize someone, it becomes easier to justify anything that happens to them. I had no problem wearing one for hours when it suited them for, say maybe a certain job that they have now, or maybe riding their bike or ATV or whatever. And then I realized something about myself too. I could sit here and say, if that man had listened to my Uncle David and stayed away, he'd still be alive. And then in the next breath say, not obeying the police is never a reason for someone to be killed. Both of those thoughts live in me. And that contradiction matters. Back then, I was fully on that he effed around and found out mindset way before I was even afraid. And I said it with my chest very boldly. Where I'm from, people crash out all the time. I'm from the Bay Area. My hometown is known for just being about that action, boss. For better or for worse, it's just the environment we grew up in. So I just had that. If he hadn't came around, this wouldn't have happened. When fear, pride, and past trauma collide. And it forced me to sit with this uncomfortable truth. Sometimes we don't choose sides because we're right. We choose them because of who we love, where we're from, and what we survived. And if not honest about that, we're just telling the same stories with different names.